Okay. Well, good morning. My name is Katie and I work at the Sacramento Public Library where books are just the beginning. We are so excited to have you here for our next installment of Reach and Read, which is all focused on friendships. And of course, we're so excited to have Kat Sun with us today, and we'll get to her in just a moment. But first, I wanted to mention a few things. So just some housekeeping stuff. So we have a new format for this program. So we're doing it webinar style. So all participant microphones and video have been disabled. So if you have a question, please use the Q&A button that you'll find at the bottom of your screen. You can, feel free to share a comment or question there, and either myself or Kat will get back to you. If you're having any audio related issues, please exit the program and re-enter. We find that doing that will typically solve that problem. And if you need closed captioning at any point during the program, just click the live transcript button that you'll find at the bottom of your screen. You'll click that button, wait just a moment, and then you'll see the closed captioning pop up and you can follow along. And then this program is being recorded and will be shared to the virtual yoga playlist on our YouTube channel. And you can find our YouTube channel under Sacramento Public Library. And make sure to stick around after the yoga demonstration for this week's question to help you take your friendships to the next level. I'll skip over that one. And then I wanted to share that the Sacramento Public Library is a Healthy People 2030 champion, meaning that we are helping the community to lead healthier lives. And we wanted to let you know that the CDC recommends that adults get 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activity and 2 days of muscle strengthening activity per week. And getting or staying active can have great short-term and long-term benefits to your health. And you're about to get 45 minutes of movement, so you are on the right path. So good for all of you. So more information is available at health.gov/moveyourway. Then, of course, there are tons of ways to care for your health at the Sacramento Public Library. So you can check out those past recordings of virtual yoga programs that I mentioned on our YouTube channel. You can join any of our other exercise or wellness programs. So we have Zumba on Mondays at 5:30 or Zumba Gold on Wednesdays at 4. And that's a great one for beginners and older adults to join. We're also going to be starting a journaling for mental health program monthly between January and June. So the first one is on January 26th from 4 to 6. So we hope to see you there. If you're into art journaling, wellness, mindfulness, any of that, that'd be a great one to join. And of course, you can always check out a book about the benefits of exercise, mindfulness, and yoga from the library collection. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you and turn things over to Kat. So Kat, take it away, and everyone, please enjoy.
Hi, everyone. Happy New Year. Thank you all for being here. It's great to be with you all. And I hope everyone's tucked away nice and warm inside during this storm we're having. So as always, I'm offering this session from home. So I apologize in advance if there's any sort of noise of dogs, neighbors, my dad. So just roll with it. And then as always, we're gonna wanna have some props today. So as you can see, I already have a blanket laid out over my yoga mat, just so that, because we're gonna start on the floor. And also we're gonna do a little sort of sliding and gliding. So having a blanket over the yoga mat can help you slide a little bit better. And then I have another folded blanket here for my pillow for under my head. So you can have a folded blanket or maybe a cushion or a pillow or something if you'd like something underneath your head. And then as always, I've got 2 blocks and a yoga strap. And for the yoga strap, if you don't have that at home, you can use something like a belt, a dog leash, a necktie, anything to help extend your reach. If you don't have blocks, then maybe you've got some books or I don't know, like you can roll up some towels into like a nice roll. But no worries if you don't have those things, but they're just nice to have on hand if you do. Okay, and with that said, let's go ahead and start on our backs. So we're gonna start on our backs. Again, I've got a little blanket underneath my head. If you do have your straps and your blocks, you're gonna want them nearby. Just go ahead and place 1 block on either side of you. We won't need them right away, but you're gonna wanna have them within reach in a moment. And then you've got your strap also within reach. And then just laying on your back. You can have your legs straight if that's comfortable, but if you've got low back issues, then maybe it's nice to have your knees bent with your feet on the floor. In which case, you can have the feet a little bit wider apart so the knees can knock in and support each other. Or for those of you who are really open in the inner groin, you can, of course, also have soles of the feet together, knees out in Baddha Konasana, in which case I would recommend having blocks underneath the knees to just help support them so you can really settle in. Okay, so any position to start with the legs. And then go ahead, you can start with your arms out to the sides, palms up, or you might like to have your hands on your body. And just gently close down your eyes and take a moment to arrive. So we always take the moment to land, to arrive, to come into present moment. So this morning as you arrive into this practice together with your eyes closed or at least soften the gaze, take a moment to stretch out your face, open your mouth, wiggle out your jaw, stretch out your tongue. And then you can gently let the lips close. Maybe the tip of the tongue can gently touch the top of the palate. Allowing the tongue to be soft now, allowing the front of the throat to soften. And start to notice how you feel in your physical body this morning. Notice if there's any messages your body's giving you, if there's any place in the body where you feel some excess holding. And then noticing the quality of your breath before we begin. So just noticing how's the breath body this morning. And noticing your mental emotional body. So just doing a scan of your being without any need to change or fix or manipulate anything. Just arriving where you're at. And then if your hands are to the side, let's go ahead and place our hands on our body. So maybe one hand on the belly, one hand at the heart center. Just take a moment to feel yourself here. So this morning's question is, who am I? As we arrive, you might ponder that question, who am I? Feel the breath as it moves in and out. Just witnessing the breath as it moves in and out. Witness the breath that is breathing you. Rising with the inhalation and descending with the exhalation. Start to notice that pulsation of expansion and contraction. Take a moment just to be the witness. See yourself being breathed. And then engaging with the breath, we're going to breathe a little bit deeper on that next inhale. And exhale more completely on the next exhale. So now engaging with the breath. Who is it that's engaging with the breath? Fuller breath in, fuller breath out. The next time at the top of your inhale, just take a slight pause without effort. And then as you're ready, exhale out the breath completely. And again, at the bottom of the exhale, just notice there's a space of slight pause before the breath flips. So full breath in, rising to that place of fullness. And then observing the breath as it flips before it descends into the exhale. Bottom of the exhale, again, notice the space of pause as the breath flips back towards the inhale. Just riding the wave of your breath, observing that place of pause in between. Staying soft through the mouth, Soft through the eyes, soft at the throat, soft at your heart and your belly. Good, and then just come back to your natural breath. Just observe if your breath has shifted at all. Just a few moments of breath awareness can make profound shifts in the breath, which then affects our whole inner makeup, our whole inner chemistry. So just observing. From here, we're going to go ahead and open our arms out wide into the T. So hands out directly from the shoulders, palms up. If your legs are straight, you're going to bend the knees, plant the feet on the floor. Everybody walk your feet out a little bit wider apart from each other, so it's maybe about mat width apart. Let's take that inhale in, and as you exhale, just spin your head to the left and breathe into the right side of your neck, down into the right chest, into the length of the right arm. With your next inhale, spin your head back up slowly to neutral, and exhale, shifting your head to the right as you breathe into the left side of the neck, left side of the chest, the left arm, and back to neutral. Inhale. Again, exhale, head to the left, let your knees drop to the right. Inhale through center, and exhaling, head to the right, knees drop to the left. So nice and easy. We often start with this nice and easy movement. Good. Just a couple of cycles, side to side, knees and head move in opposite directions. And then let's bring it back to neutral. From here, let's reach those arms up towards the sky, and we're going to bend those elbows, clasping each elbow with the opposite hand. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, go ahead and slide your head to the right, elbows slide left. Inhale through center, and exhaling, head to the left, elbows slide right. Once you get that, you're going to add the legs. So next time your head slides to the right, you can let your knees also drop to the right and the elbows slide left. So now the knees and the head are moving in the same direction, and it's the elbows that move in the opposite direction. So moving with your breath, nice and gentle. You're in control of how far you take it. You're always welcome to pause on one side and take a few rounds of breath before moving to the other side. Just make sure you do both sides if you're pausing. Just a couple more. Good. All right, and then we're going to bring the whole thing back up to neutral again. From here, just rest your arms to the sides. Walk your feet in more like hip width apart. Feet are still on the floor, knees are bent. And here now, let's go ahead and press the low back into the floor as you curl your tailbone off the floor, maybe just like a ½ inch if you lift the hips. And then reversing, press the sacrum down. Can you arch your low back off the floor? Like you can roll a marble underneath your back. And then again, press the low back down, curl the tailbone up, hips lift just barely. And reversing, sacrum down, low back arches off the floor. As you come into this, you feel how the heart broadens. Okay, so we got that movement, that slight undulation of the spine. And now we're going to add the arms. So open your arms out wide into the T again. So just the arms now. Let's go ahead with your arms out to the side, palms up, press down through the thumb to lift the pinky side of the hand up to the sky. You can keep rolling in that direction so that you start to spin your palm towards the floor with the pinky side of the hand starting to point up towards the top of the mat. And then reversing, so unwind, palms face up to the sky again, and then roll over the pinky side of the finger so the thumb starts to point up to the sky, and you can keep spinning, so as your thumbs spin down, the thumbs are pointing to the bottom of the mat. Again, reverse, so start by neutral, palms up to the sky, Roll over the thumb so the pinky side lifts and keep spinning. So the pinky side of the hand spins towards the top of the mat. And then back to neutral, palms up to the sky. Roll over the pinky side of the hand so the thumbs point down towards the bottom of the mat. Next time you spin with over the thumb, the pinky side lifts. The pinky side of the hand rolls towards the top of the mat. Feel here how you naturally arch your low back off the floor. And then as you reverse, spinning the palms to face the ceiling, roll over the pinky side of the hand, thumbs point down. Here, feel how you're kind of collapsing through the heart and how you can naturally press the low back down to lift the tailbone up slightly. So starting to add that spinal undulation as you continue to spin your hands. Inhaling as you arch that low back off the floor. And again, exhaling as you round the low back into the floor and you curl your tailbone up. Just a few more, nice and easy here. Good. And then bring it back to a neutral spine. From here, you're gonna slide the pillow out from underneath your head, and let's go ahead and interlace our hands behind the skull. Open your elbows nice and wide. So here again, press your elbows into the floor, arch your low back off the floor, broaden through the collarbones, inhaling. As you exhale, low back down, tailbone curls up, lift the head, elbows comes towards each other, curl it in. Inhale, expand that front body, press those elbows down, arch the low back off the floor. Exhaling, curl the tailbone up, lifting the head. So here, as we pulse, as you inhale, feel the expansion through the front body as you slightly contract in the back. And as you exhale, you curl up, feel the slight contraction in the front body as you expand the back body. So just observing that pulsation, the oscillation between yin and yang. Good. Now the next time you exhale up, you're going to bring your right elbow across the midline towards your left hip. Inhale, bring it back down, broaden through the front body. Again, exhale, left elbow crosses over towards the right hip. So keep it slow. We're not looking for a lot of repetitions. Instead, can you really feel the whole journey of the movement? So slow it down as much as you can. Connecting the movement with the breath, feeling the movement, the whole cycle of the movement. Again, the next time you come down, you broaden those elbows, and then you bring that right elbow toward your left hip. Option now to lift the left foot and let the left elbow, the left knee and right elbow touch. Inhale, back down, and opposite side. Again, option to lift the foot, let the knee and the elbow kiss. So just a few more. Hopefully you guys are all starting to feel your core activate, feeling some warmth in that mid region of the body. Okay, so we're going to stay with that, but adding options again. So next option, when your right elbow comes towards your left knee, if you like, you can press your left heel up towards the ceiling. And then bend the knee, bring that elbow back down, broaden through the front body. Exhaling, left elbow to right knee, option to press that right heel up to the sky, and bend the knee, bring it back down. So again, side to side. Now with that option to lift the foot, if that works in your body. If not, keep the knee bent. And if it doesn't work to lift the foot at all, keep the foot on the floor. Okay, last option here. The next time your right elbow crosses over, you can lift that left foot, and then you can release your right hand and reach the right hand to the left, past the hip. And again, back down, broaden. Exhaling, go ahead to the other side, press the heel up, reach that left hand past the right hip, and bring it back down. So different variations. Take the one that's appropriate for you. Just one more set each side. And the next time you come down, once you've completed the second side, go ahead and take a beat. From here, go ahead and reach your arms out to the sides again. Walk your feet a little bit wider and just windshield wiper your knees side to side. Stretch out the low belly. Okay, and then let's go ahead. Now, straighten your legs out long. Arms to the side to start. From here, roll to the outer edge of your right foot, and you're gonna slide your right foot up towards the inner groin as your right knee bends out to the side, to the right. And then release. And then roll to the left foot, outer edge of the left foot, and slide that left foot up towards the groin. The left knee bends out to the side. And again, straighten the leg. So just a couple of times, sliding and gliding here. So this is why we have the blanket underneath us to help us slide so we don't get stuck on our sticky mat. Okay. Just a couple more cycles like this. Just notice how's that movement in your body this morning. Okay, next time your right foot slides up, we're gonna roll onto the sole of the right foot. Right knee points up to the sky. We're gonna roll to the inner edge of the right foot so the right knee crosses the midline to the left, and we press into the inner edge of the foot to help lift the right hip a little bit off the floor as we roll towards the left. And then you unwind, come back flat on the back, and again, roll everything towards the left. Right hip comes a little bit off the floor. Keep your shoulders heavy though, so keep the right shoulder on the floor. So just a slight torquing now through the torso, a little bit of a twist. The right shoulder stays grounded as the right hip lifts and the right knee crosses to the left. Good. Just one more. And then you come onto your back. Okay, now slide back to the inner edge of that right foot and straighten the leg long and let your foot roll out. Second side. Go ahead, roll to the outer edge of the left foot, slide that foot up, roll onto the sole of the foot, and let that left knee cross the midline to the right as you roll to the inner edge of the foot. Press down into the inner edge of the foot as you roll to your outer right hip. The left hip comes off the floor, but the left shoulder stays heavy, right? The left shoulder stays on the floor, and you unwind. So just in and out of that a few times, nice and easy. Noticing how does this movement feel in your body. And then again, the next time you come back down onto your back, you're gonna, again, roll to the inner edge of the left foot, let your left knee cross the midline, stay on the inner edge of the foot as you slide the leg long and let the foot roll out. Okay, we're adding on. So let's go ahead and interlace our fingers behind our head. Keep your elbows nice and broad. Again, slide your right foot up. Roll onto the sole of the right foot. Again, let your right knee cross to the left. So now again, your right hip comes off the floor a little bit as you roll to the outer edge of the left hip. We've been here before, but now we're gonna also add a side crunch. So now you're gonna bend to the right. Keep both shoulders still on the floor. As you bend to the right, it could just be a little micro bend, but you're thinking about bringing your right elbow down towards your right hip as you point your left elbow towards the top of the mat and reach long through the left heel. So stretch out through the left seam as you crunch to the right. And then back to neutral. And again, roll to the inner edge of the right foot, right knee crosses the midline, and a little bend to the right, bringing the right elbow down by the hip as you point the left elbow up and the left heel away. So nice and long through the left seam. One more time, back to neutral. And again, let the knee cross the midline, and then take that little side bend. Breathe here. And then we'll unwind. Go ahead and roll to the inner edge of that right foot again and straighten that leg long and let the foot roll out. All right, just take a beat. Notice how it feels. Does one side feel different than the other right now? Your hands are still behind your head. Just change the clasp of your fingers so the other thumb is on top. And then go ahead and slide, roll to the outer edge of the left foot, slide the left foot up. And then roll onto the sole of the left foot. Left knee points up to the sky. Roll to the inner edge of the left foot. As you start to roll to the outer right hip, the left hip comes off the floor slightly. Shoulder blades are both on the floor. And from here, we're gonna bend to the left. So take that left elbow down towards the bottom of the mat as you point your right elbow towards the top and get long through the right seam. You're gonna unbend, come back flat on the back. And again, let your left knee cross the midline, roll towards that right side, and then bend to the left. Back to neutral again. Last time. Let the knee cross, left knee crosses to the right, left hip lifts off the floor, both shoulder blades on the floor. And then bending to the left at the waist so that your left elbow points down towards the bottom of the mat and right elbow points up. And you're long through the right leg. And again, let's unwind out of that. And then roll to the inner edge of the left foot and release the leg and let it roll out. And then go ahead and release your arms for a beat. Okay, we're gonna roll to the right side. So now is when you're gonna wanna have your blocks and your straps nearby if you have those things. We're gonna roll to the right side. Use your right arm as a pillow underneath your head. So the right arm is nice and long underneath you. You walk your right palm towards the top of the mat, nice and long. And you're like you wanna flatten your armpit into the floor. And then your head is resting on that arm as a pillow. Your left hand now, so knees are bent. My torso to my thighs are about 90 degrees. So my knees aren't way down here. They're not way up here. They're just 90 degrees thigh to torso, right? Nice, comfortable, steady stance. And then I'm gonna take my top left hand, I'm gonna slide it on the floor in front of me, palm down, and start to slide the hand away from you a couple more inches as you start to roll towards the floor, like you want to kiss the earth. And then just unwind out of that. Again, slide the hand away, twerking to kiss the earth, and unwind. So here you can see what the breath pattern feels like. The easier position is to exhale as you torque, and inhale to unwind. Once you get that, you might reverse it and inhale to torque. Notice how does it feel to breathe with the rib basket torqued, and exhale to unwind. Okay, just one more time. And then we're gonna add on. So now you're gonna stretch your left leg long down towards the bottom of the mat. So the left leg is on top. You're gonna stretch it long and you're gonna flex that foot. I don't know if anyone here has ever taken karate, but it's like you kick with the knife edge of the foot, the outer edge of the foot. So lead with the outer edge of the foot. Get nice and strong through that leg. Keep that leg as it is and start to slide that left hand away from you again to torque towards the earth. And then unwind out of that, bend the knee, bring it back in. Again, straighten the leg, lead with the knife edge of the foot, nice and powerful. Slide that left hand away, twerking to kiss the earth. And unwind, bend the knee, bring it back in. This time we're adding on, so you can just keep it like that, right? You can always stop at any of these variations. I just keep adding for those who like it. So straighten that left leg long, lead with the knife edge of the foot, activate that leg, slide the left hand away from you, twerking to kiss the earth. And then you're gonna bend that left knee and take your left foot behind you, right? So if it's available, the left foot can even come on the floor behind you. Otherwise, keep the foot lifted. You can take the knee back further if that's available and torque, slide the hand away from you a little bit more. Breathe. And then we're gonna unwind as we bend that knee back in and come to neutral. Again, straighten the top left leg, flex through that foot, lead with the knife edge, slide the left hand away. Option to stay here or to bend the left knee, take the foot behind you, maybe a little bit more. Maybe you can let the foot come towards the floor if that's okay for the knee. And again, slide the hand away a little bit more. Breathe here. Notice the twerking. Notice the stretch, maybe through your quads, your psoas. And then let's unwind back to neutral. Last time, stretch that leg long, lead with the knife edge. Slide the left hand away And then bend the left knee behind you. Take the foot behind you. Reach it back. Maybe bring it down to the floor. Walk the left hand a little further away. Get long through that left side, through the front side. And unwind. All right. So from here, go ahead and stretch that left leg long again, leading with the knife edge of the foot. You can keep your left hand just in front of you like a kickstand, right? Just to help you stay steady here. Now, leading with the knife edge of the foot, as if I'm there and I'm pressing your ankle down, and it's with resistance that you start to lift that ankle up to whatever height you can, leading with the knife edge of the foot. And then like you're holding a big beach ball between your thighs and you're squeezing the beach ball between your thighs to slowly bring your foot back down. So moving with that inner resistance. Again, I'm pressing the ankle down as you resist and you lift the foot up. So whatever height works in your body. And then with resistance, go ahead and slowly hug it back down. Squeeze it back down. One more time. With resistance, lift it up. And with resistance, squeeze it back down. Good. And then from here, we'll go ahead and we'll bend the knee. And we're just going to roll onto our backs. Take a beat. And then we're going to roll onto the second side. So again, let your left arm now be nice and long underneath you. Walk that hand towards the top of the mat and away so that you can bring that armpit onto the floor. And then you use that left arm as a pillow for your head. Both knees are bent, stacked over each other. Thighs to torso, about 90 degrees, right? So not down here, not way up here, but about 90 degrees. And then bring that top right hand now on the floor in front of you. Start to slide it away as you start to torque your torso to kiss the floor. And then unravel that. So again, maybe you start with exhaling to slide away and inhaling to unwind. And then see how it feels to inhale as you torque the hand, as you torque the torso. Slide the hand away and exhale to unwind. One more time, just like this. All right, so now we're adding on. We're gonna straighten that top right leg away from us. Again, flex the foot gently as you lead with the knife edge of the foot. So feel the knife edge of the foot, the outer edge of the foot. And then slide the right hand away from you, torquing towards the earth. So find a breath pattern that works for you and make sure you're breathing. As you unwind, you bend the knee, you bring it back in. Again, straighten the leg, nice and strong. Then slide that hand away from you towards the earth. And then unwind, hug the knee back in. Okay, straighten that leg long, slide the hand away. This time, option to bend that lifted leg. So take the foot behind you. Maybe you can bring the foot down onto the floor behind you. Otherwise, keep it hovering. And then go ahead and unwind. Bring the knee back. Again, straighten the leg long. Flex the foot. Slide that hand away from you. And then bend that knee. Take the foot behind you. Bringing the foot back a little bit more. Maybe letting it touch the earth. And then we unwind out of that. Last one, stretch the leg long. Slide the hand away, bend that knee, take the foot behind you. Maybe let the foot come down. Slide the hand away a little bit more, breathe here. And then let's go ahead and unwind. From here, use that top right hand right in front of you like a kickstand just to help keep you steady. We're going to straighten that top leg long again, flexing through the foot. So again, feel the knife edge of the foot, activate it. And I'm there, I'm pressing your ankle down. You're going to resist that as you slowly lift the foot up, leading with the knife edge of the foot. And then hugging that beach ball again, squeeze it back down with resistance, nice and slow, as slow as you can. Go ahead and send it back up, making sure you're breathing. Maybe you're inhaling to lift and exhaling to bring it down. Find the breath pattern that works for you. Just make sure you're not holding your breath. Last time. Go ahead and send that ankle up and hug it back down. Okay, and again, we're going to bend the knee. From here, hopefully you've got those blocks in the strap within reach, because we're going to stay on this side now, and we're going to start. So also, you had your pillow before. So now if you want to take the pillow underneath your head again, you can use it, because that bottom arm, instead of reaching over, we're going to bring it forward. So now I've got my blanket for my pillow under my head again. I'm still on the left side. My left arm is on the bottom, reaching forward, and my left hand's on top, right? I'm going to slide my right hand away from me like we did earlier to torque towards the earth. And now I'm going to slide that right hand along the inseam of my left arm, across my chest, and open my right arm out to the right as I look back at the hand. And then as I exhale, I'm going to sweep the sky, close the book, slide that hand away from me, torque to kiss the earth. Again, inhale, slide that right hand across the inseam of the left arm, across my chest, opening the right arm out back behind me, looking at the hand. And exhale, sweep the sky. Close the book, slide the hand away, kiss the earth. Last one like this. Inhale, slide the hand across and open. Look back, this time pausing here in this open. Looking back at that hand. Spinning the navel now away from the knees, back towards the right hand. Take another breath in, and as you exhale again, close the book by sweeping the hand through the dome of the sky. Okay, now we're going to straighten this top right leg towards the hand. And this is where you're going to maybe want a block or something that you can rest the ankle on so that the leg stays in line with the hip. And then you're going to take your strap and slide it underneath the sole of the foot. And then you're going to hold the strap with the bottom hand. So I've got my left hand holding the strap that's around my right foot, right? And then I'm going to inhale again. I'm going to slide my right hand across the inseam of my left arm, across my chest, opening that book. So we've been here before, but this time we've got this top right leg straight out to the left. If that's too much, if that doesn't work in your body, then don't worry about having that leg straight out. You know, you can still have it bent. And then again, let's go ahead and close that book one more time. Slide it across, open it broad, pause for a few rounds of breath. Think about sending that right hip down and away from you. And we're going to close the book again. From here, you're switching the strap to the right hand. So the strap is around the right foot, and you're holding the strap with the right hand. So same foot and hand with the strap. Now, as we inhale, we're going to take that arm and that foot. So right hand and right arm lifts up to the sky. Inhale. And exhale, bring it back down. Close it back down. Again, inhale, open it up. And exhale, bring it back. This time as we inhale, we bring it up. We're going to roll onto our backs. So before we were on the side body, now we're on our back. So we're gazing straight up to the sky. We're flat on our back. And we got the right leg and the up, the ankle stacked over the hip, strap around the right foot, and you're holding the strap in the right hand. Now you've got blocks hopefully on either side. So now you can, if you have a block, you can bring the block to the outside of your right hip, right up against the outer right hip. Holding the strap in the right hand, your left hand can come onto your left hip bone. Keep your left side grounded. And then inhale, open your right leg out to the right. You can let the right elbow ground onto the floor. Slide your shoulder blades down the back, away from the ears. And if you've got the block, then you can really feel that block helping to hug the outer hip in. We're going to bring it back up. We're going to switch hands. So now opposite hand holds the strap. So if you've got your right foot up, it's the left hand holding the strap. You're going to take the right hand, palm of the right hand, now slide it down into the hip crease, right where the thigh and the torso meet. And press your hand into the thigh bone to send the thigh away from you. And then slowly let your right foot cross the midline, stack it over the left hip. Breathe here. And then slowly, slowly, you can cross the foot over to the left a little bit more at a time, just nice and slow, because here we're looking for the stretch on the outer seam of the right hip and thigh. We're looking to stretch out the outer right IT band. And bring it back up. We're going to do that one more time. So back to the right hand, holding the strap around the right foot. This time, if you like, you can stretch your left leg long, press out through the left heel so the left leg goes long. If the leg is long, you gently flex the foot. Again, left hand on the thigh or the hip bone. Keep it grounded, so don't come up, don't let the left side lift. And then inhale and open your right leg out to the right again. Leading with the inner heel, pressing the inner heel long and away. The right elbow is on the floor, the shoulder blades slide down the back. Breathing here. So here, breathing into the stretch on the inseam of that right leg, right thigh. And then when you're ready, bring it up. Switch hands again. One more time. Slide that right hand. Heel of the palm slides all the way down into the hip crease. Press the thigh away from you. And then slowly let your right foot cross the midline. Nice and easy. Breathing into what you find, feeling. And we're going to bring the whole thing back up, holding the strap back in the right hand one more time. Again, I would start by bending your left knee back. Bring your left foot back on the floor with the left knee bent. We're going to play with half happy baby here. So now you're holding the strap in the right hand that's around the right foot. And you're going to see if you can keep the sole of the foot pointing up to the sky as you start to bend the knee towards the armpit. So not to the chest, but towards the armpit. So take the knee out a little bit as you bend the knee, but keep the sole of the foot pointing up to the sky. So that might just mean like a little micro bend, right? You might just be playing with a little micro bend. Or for some people, maybe you can get that knee really deep down in there. Doesn't matter, but you're walking your own edge. And then you can keep the left knee bent with the left foot on the floor. This is definitely makes the pose more accessible. But for those who are able to easily get that knee down and in, you can start to press out long through the left heel to straighten the left leg long, activate the left leg. If your left leg is long, you use your left hand to roll the top of the thigh down towards the inner thigh, towards the floor. So you're inner spiraling through that long leg if the leg is long. You keep the foot flexed, the leg is active and engaged. One more breath here. So this is like a nice deep lunge if you're in the full position. And then we're going to take the foot out of the strap. We're going to plant our right foot on top of our left thigh now. We're going to open our right arm out to the right, palm up. Take your left hand to the outside of the right knee. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, go ahead, twist. Take that right knee, cross the body to the left again. Keep your right shoulder heavy behind you. And then your right hip will lift off the floor to whatever degree is appropriate. And here we're in the twist. So again, spin your navel away from the knee towards the right. Turn your head this time to the left, same direction as the knee. And open and close your right hand behind you a few times. So the right hand behind you, you're not looking at it, you're looking to the left, but you're opening and closing that right hand. And then next time you make a fist, circle the wrist and circle it the other way. Good, and then open the palm and press your hand away from you. And then spin the palm up to the sky. When you're ready, gently bring your gaze up to neutral and unwind, coming onto your back. Use your hands, interlace your fingers, and hug the right knee in. And then we're going to straighten that leg as we press the palms up towards the sky. Nice full body stretch. Take a beat. Just feel the difference from one side to the other. And then we're going to come into the second side. So when you're ready, go ahead and roll to your right side. Still have your pillow underneath your head. Let your right arm come out straight out in front of you with the palm up, and then stack the left hand on top. Your knees are bent. Remember the thigh and torso 90 degrees here to start. Nice and stable. Left hand on the right hand. Slide the left hand away. Start to torque yourself to kiss the earth. And then as you inhale, slide that left hand across the inseam of the right arm, across your chest. Open it all the way out to the left. Palm out. Look at the hand. As you exhale, sweep the hand through the dome of the heavens to close the book. Slide the hand away, kiss the earth. Again, inhale, slide that hand across. Open it all the way out. Look back. Exhale, sweep it up. Close the book. Torque to kiss the earth. One more time like this. Go ahead, open it up. This time when you open, pause here for a moment and breathe. Spin that navel away from the knees. Let that left shoulder be heavy behind you. And then we're gonna go ahead and close the book. This time we're gonna straighten that top left leg. So again, hopefully you've got something there that you can set your ankle on, your foot on. You're gonna take that strap and loop it around the sole of the left foot. And then you're gonna hold the strap with the opposite hand. So if your left foot is the one that's on top and straight, you're holding the strap with the right hand. Your left hand is again gonna slide along the inseam of the right arm across your chest as you open it out to the side. And then close the book. Again, inhaling. So same thing we did earlier, but now this top leg is straight, right? So again, you're doing what's appropriate for your body. And the next time you open, again, pause here for a beat. Spinning the navel away from the leg, breathing here. You can think about sending that outer left hip away from you. And you can take your thumb actually and hook it into the hip crease and slide the hip crease away a little bit. So again, listen to your body, you're in charge. And then we're gonna go ahead and sweep the sky, close that book. Now we're gonna switch hands. So the left hand is gonna hold the strap that's around the left foot. And as we inhale, we're gonna lift the leg and the arm up towards the ceiling. And as we exhale, we just bring it back down, closing the book. Inhale, open it up. And exhale, close it down. This time, inhale, open it up. We're gonna roll onto our back. So rather than a side body, you roll onto your back. And that right foot comes onto the floor with the right knee bent, pointing up to the sky. So again, hopefully you've got a block you can use. And you can place the block right to the outside of that left hip, right? The lifted leg, you bring the block right to the outside of that hip. You hold the strap with that hand, and then your other hand can rest onto the bent knee side hip. So you keep your left hip or your right hip grounded. As you inhale now, open your left leg out to the left. Let your left elbow ground onto the floor and slide those shoulder blades down the back away from the ears. Breathing and pressing out through the inner left heel. Lengthen through the inseam. Bring it back up. Switching hands. So taking the heel of the left palm, right? Slide it down. Get it into that hip crease. And press your thigh bone away from you as you slowly let the foot cross the midline. Very, very slowly inch it over towards the right. Feeling and breathing into the stretch in the outer IT band area. And bring the whole thing back up. You're doing that one more time. So again, left hand holds the strap around the left foot. Option to straighten the right leg long. If the right leg is stretched long, go ahead and flex the foot. Roll that inner thigh down towards the floor. Use your right hand on the thigh or the hip bone. Keep it grounded. And as you inhale, open your left leg out to the left again. Again, as the left leg comes out to the side, can you take enough strap so that your elbow can ground and be supported so you're not gripping through the shoulders, through the arms? Breathing here. Again, think about lengthening through the inner seam of the leg, pressing out through the inner heel, ball of the big toe. And bring the whole thing back up. We're going to switch hands again. So right hand holds the strap, left hand, palm presses into the thigh crease. And then we slowly, slowly cross the midline. Again, we're seeking the stretch on the outseam of the leg. Breathe into what you find. Who is it that's breathing? Who is it that's feeling? Bring it back up. Switch hands one more time. Left hand holds the strap around the left foot. Let's go ahead and bend that right knee. Bring the right foot back onto the floor. And then you're going to keep the sole of the left foot pointing up to the sky as you start to take the knee out to the side a little bit, bending the knee towards the armpit while keeping the sole of the foot pointing straight up. So again, we're working towards half happy baby. So that might just be little micro bends. You can bend and straighten, right? You're just working with your range. And for those where you can really get it down in there into this deep happy baby, if that's easy and you want to straighten your right leg, go ahead and press the heel away from you. Get that leg nice and active. Again, activate the feet. Use the hand to help ground that right thigh if your right leg is straight on the floor. Working into this, breathing into this. From here, we're going to take our foot out of the strap. We're going to plant that foot on top of the opposite thigh. We're going to open our left arm out to the left, palm up as the right hand comes to the outside of the left knee. With the exhale, go ahead, roll to the outer right hip. Left hip comes off the floor. Keep your left shoulder grounded as you come towards the twist. Second side. And this time again, spin your head to the right. Same direction the knee is moving in. And stretch your left hand behind you away from you, big palm. Then open and close that left hand behind you. And then make a fist with that left hand behind you and circle the wrist. And circle it the other way. And then open the palm and press the hand away. And then big palm, spin the palm up to the sky. Really reach the arm away. Stretch out through that left chest, left armpit, length of the left arm. With your next inhale, spin your gaze up to neutral, looking up at the sky, the ceiling, and then rolling onto your back. You interlace your fingers, other thumb on top as you hug the knee into the chest. And again, full body stretch. Good, and then we're gonna circle it out. Okay, from here, take a beat, feel, and then go ahead and allow yourself to take a moment in a resting pose, just for a beat. So let your arms relax, let your legs fall away from each other. Soften your mouth, your tongue. Soften your heart and your belly. And I'm gonna let you rest here as I turn things back over to Katie, where she's gonna introduce a little reading to us.
Thank you so much, Kat, for another wonderful session. That was really great. All right, well, I wanted to share with you our first question from our book that we chose to kind of help us shape and lead this, this particular series of Reach and Lead. So, did you know that having strong friendships is beneficial to your health? Having friends can lower your stress and decrease your risk of heart issues. This series of Reach and Read is focused on self-love, compassion, and openness to help grow your skills to be a better friend. We're using the book, Share Your Stuff, I'll Go First, 10 Questions to Take Your Friendships to the Next Level by Laura Tremaine as a guide. The first question posed in this book is, who are you? It can seem like a simple question. What's your name? Where do you live? What do you do? Who is your family? What are your hobbies? But it can also be a really overwhelming question. It makes you pause and think, who am I? We're not trying to cause an existential crisis here, so don't overthink it. Just think of the first 5 things that make you, you. What would you want someone to know if you were going to be friends? When you've selected those 5 things, start to elaborate on each of them. For example, my name is Katie and I'm a mother to a sweet little girl named Lucy. From there, you can elaborate. What do you do for fun? Where did you grow up? What is your greatest joy? Pay attention to how you respond. What you choose will help you to see yourself. So, who are you? Share Your Stuff, I'll Go First is available in audio, ebook, and physical formats in the library collection right now, so you can check it out for yourself. So thank you all again for joining us for Reach and Read, and a big thank you to Kat. We'll be back next Thursday, January 12th at 10 a.m. So we hope to see you then. So until then, to find a library location near you, sign up for a library card, or to learn about upcoming programs for all ages, just go to www.saclibrary.org. So for Kat, myself, and the Sacramento Public Library, thank you so much and be well. Bye.